Here we want to fill in any missing values to create a function that has these certain characteristics. So for this first one, we want to have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 6. So here, we just need to make sure the degrees are already the same, so we don't need to change that. So we just need to make sure that these numbers, when you plug them in, will divide to give you 6. So you could go 12 and 2, you could go 6 and 1, you could get really fancy, but as long as those numbers divide to give you 6, you're good to go. For the second one, we need a horizontal asymptote at -2/5. I'm not going to get fancy with this. I'm just going to put a -2 on top and the 5 on the bottom and call it a day. For an oblique asymptote, your degree on top can only be greater than your degree on the bottom by 1. So it doesn't make sense to put a 1 here because we already have an x here. So an x to the first here is not going to do any good. And then we wouldn't really put a 0 here because then this wouldn't even be a rational function. So you could put a 2 here and a 1 here. You could put 3 and 2. You could put 4 and 3. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to keep it simple and put a 2 and a 1. But again, those have to be off by 1. And for this last one in this section, you want to have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. So you just want to make sure that whatever you plug in down here has a greater degree than what you put up here. So if I put a 2 here, then just anything that's 3 or higher. So I'll put a 4.